to the days of Gorgeous George. Putting wrestling on television is nothing new. Prince Von Erich did it. Gani did it. ECW sure as hell did it and did it well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're not doing anything new. You know, we're just doing what we feel is right for us right now. And, I mean, to be completely honest, the reason we decided to go on television is because the fans demanded it. The fans demanded it, really generously supported a Kickstarter campaign, a GoFundMe campaign to help us raise money for, you know, production trucks and television time and, you know, all the stuff that goes into it. You know, again, we're dictated by what the fans want. The fans want to do
Kudos to your fan base. You know, you got to be doing something good. You've got a very, very loyal fan base. I've noticed that over the last couple of years of doing this radio station that, you know, a trend on Facebook starts about PWS, and you'll have about 90% of your fan base that will that you know, PWS can't do any wrong. They love you guys.
Like I said, we treat fans of PWS like our friends, and it's a mutual relationship that I'm very, very appreciative of.
Nick, you have another question?
Yeah, with the success of companies like, independent companies like ROH, New Japan, and maybe not so successful companies at this moment like TNA, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you guys see yourself progressing to the stage of what ROH and New Japan have done?
You know, for me personally, nothing against Ring of Honor, but, and they run a great product, have very, very talented guys there. Ring of Honor is backed by a multi-million-dollar conglomerate.
Yeah.
TNA is backed by a multi-million-dollar conglomerate. Therefore, they kind of have a lot of leeway financially that we don't. We're not backed by anybody. We're backed by ourselves. We're backed by each other and backed by our fans. You know, I kind of view PWS as a very DIY operation where I don't necessarily feel PWS should, you know, sell ourselves to a corporate sponsor. That's not who we are. We're independent. So in 5 years, I have no idea. You know, nor do I even want to speculate because the future is so unwritten. I mean, 5 years ago today, if you asked me if I would see ourselves on television, I wouldn't know what to tell you. And sure enough, here we are. I have no idea. I would like to...
Do you think the fans are going to enjoy your product a little bit more because you are a do-it-yourself type company? You don't have those big backers?
I don't necessarily think we want that. I mean,
yeah.
for me, because I mean, honestly, what is it that we could be doing that we're not right now that would help us with? Me personally, I would love to run more events and run in different areas, but I also feel that we have to build it up properly, not be delusional in our thinking. Just because, you know, 2,000 fans enjoy PWS in Rahway, New Jersey, doesn't mean we should, you know, pick up tomorrow and run in, you know, Montreal and assume 2,000 people in Montreal are going to show up. They're not going to know what PWS is. You know, we have to, it's about creating brand awareness and, you know, just repeating what we've been doing and hoping that people like our product, you know, and making our product as readily available to people as possible.
Well, the power of social media helps in that department where you can get your name out into different areas to, you know, kind of put your pinky toe in the water to find out, you know, if they're going to enjoy your product or not. Where, you know, 25 years ago you load up the truck and you have a show in Oshkosh and 5 people show up because they have no idea who you are. You know, with the power of the internet now, you kind of can get a feel before you pack up the truck. So I'm sure you guys, I'm speaking in assumption-wise, I'm sure you guys have people that handle social media and get you feedback from different
myself and Pat Buck, absolutely. I mean, I don't know who these people are. Let me know. Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, when you said do it yourself, I didn't think you guys did everything.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Other people certainly contribute to the operation, but it's our workers. It's PWS. Mm-hmm. There's not like a special department of people that specialize in social media that we bring in from the outside that are trained professionals. No, you know. Likewise, we don't have trained professionals that are doing our production work or our merchandise or anything else. It's all in house. It's our friends. It's us. Very hands-on. It is a very DIY operation, which we're proud of. This is what we do. Literally around the clock. This is what we do, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This is by choice. No one, held a gun to my head and said do this. We do this by choice because we love it.
Okay, no, come on. If you're doing something that you're not enjoying, then you shouldn't be doing it. So the fact that you guys are doing something that you love, it must be great. You wake up every single morning, and you're in the minority. I'm telling you right now, you're in the minority. You wake up every single morning to go to work to do something you love. How many people can say that?
It's such a blessing. It really is.
How many people can say that? Most people say, I don't want to get up in the morning and go to work. So, all right. We'll get back to the independent we're around Jersey. We're not going to name any names of any federations and leagues and whatever you want to call them, but...
is it more like a mystery game, like a Guess Who or something?
No.
I love
just, unless it's their time to shine on the show, they don't get their 5 minutes of fame. But the competition, it's crazy. It really is. I go to different shows. We cover different events from North Jersey to South Jersey to New York, and I know what everybody goes through with postering and advertising and things like that, but it's just it's such a cutthroat business. You guys, how do you guys do this every day? You say you guys, this is your full-time job now. How do you focus every single day, knowing that there's always somebody out there kind of looking to stick you?
I'm flattered that people invest their time having malicious thoughts about PWS. That's eye-opening. That's amazing. I hope those people might find new hobbies. I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, we do not promote violence on the show, ladies and gentlemen. But it's a not a physical hurt. It's a word of mouth, ripping down posters. Social media, all this, cyber bully crap that we all deal with here and there. But it's just, I don't know. I always grew up with the thing is if people boo you, they know you. So is it the same things? People dislike you, but who cares? At least they know who you are. How do you guys deal with that?
Or don't really pay attention. I feel that we're very easily accessible people, where I feel if someone has an issue, an issue with who we are or what we do or anything we put on the table, I certainly invite them to have a conversation with us so we can rectify it.
Okay.
We're not looking to make enemies with anyone, and I feel bad if people look at us like we're some big bullies. We run wrestling shows because that's what we like doing. I don't think we're bothering anyone, and if people are bothered by what we're doing, then I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, personally, as far as ripping down posters and stuff like that, to me that's very childish. We don't get involved with stuff like that.
It's absolute bush league. And it's I'm not saying I've heard you got blamed for it or you're blaming anybody for it, but I know it goes on, and it's just. I don't understand.
Please enlighten me.
Yeah, I don't understand it, though. I just never understood it. I'm like, why, the independent ranks, I'm not saying everybody, hand in hand, arm in arm, and be happy, singing Kumbaya together, but I'm just saying, the stronger independent is throughout the state, the better it is. It's just a pool of very talented wrestlers putting on a show for fans, and I kind of think that people lose sight of that the entertainment value is so good. Why? Why are people trying to ruin it?
Me personally, I don't take that approach with people. For me personally, other promoters hit us up and ask us, hey, can we fly your show? We always say yes. We welcome House of Hardcore flyers and House of Glory flyers and Impact Championship Wrestling flyers or whatever. We're not. For me personally, I don't feel that if a wrestling fan sees a PWS event and then looks at other events out there, I don't think they're no longer going to be a PWS fan. Perhaps if people are trying to defer their fans from what we have going on, perhaps they're worried that their fans might watch our product and no longer watch their product. I mean, I think that's a logical way to connect the dots. Me personally, I mean, Ring of Honor ran at the Raleigh Rec Center. I was there watching the show. I was intrigued just to watch their product and just enjoy it. You know, I wasn't butthurt that they ran there. Good for them. You know, I don't take issues with stuff like that. To me, it's a little silly.
Okay, so
I mean, like, do you think WWE has like a team of people that like late at night they put on ski masks and drive around New Jersey and rip down posters from like deli windows? Like, really?
It's like the
You know
Repo.
what I mean? Like,
It's the Repo Man.
Crazy.
You got to get that guy in the show.
Exactly.
They got to get the Repo Man back.
Absolutely, and Repo Man has appeared at PWS. So anything's possible.
So you can blame it all on him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Eric, I really I appreciate you coming on. I know we had some massive confusion of text messages going back and forth, but you know, I got to say you've been honest with us. You've been up and up with us. I appreciate you giving us your time, and I can't speak for Nick because he lives in like Guadalajara, like upper New York, like 2 hours away. But I will personally be attending a PWS show soon. While we got a couple minutes, like a minute or so, tell us two things. Next show, headline. Obviously, it's at the Rec Center, and how fans can reach you on social media.
PWS will be live next Saturday, February 21st, Raleigh Rec Center, 35 minutes from New York City Penn Station. Mick Foley, Superfly Jimmy Snuka will be there. Juice and Thunder Liger returns to take on Colt Cabana. Kevin Matthews challenges Fallen Va for the PWS Championship. A lot of great stars on the show. Amazing Red will be there. Shinron, PJ Black, formerly known as Justin Gabriel, Ethan Carter III, Dan Mobb, Bonesaw. And just go onto our website. Real simple, ProWrestlingSyndicate.com. Everything, including social media, is right there, including past episodes of our television show. If people want to check out PWS, it's only a click away. Go and check it out.
Awesome. Wish you continued success, and if I don't see you at this show, maybe I'll see you at the big event or your next show at the Rec Center.
Sounds great. Really appreciate it, man.
All right, Eric. Take care, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye. That was Eric Pleska, ladies and gentlemen, the co-owner of Pro Wrestling Syndicate. Definitely a good interview there, Nick.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, he told it like it was. PWS has been very successful recently, and I definitely think that they have the talent and the management, like Eric, to really take that company to the next level. I mean, they have a TV deal now, and you never know what's next.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody's gonna talk, smack about different companies in the New Jersey area because that's what people do. I'm honest. I've been guilty. I had my beef with them, and I let it go, and I said, you know what? Let's just get Eric on the show. Let him speak. Let him talk, and like we talk about all the time, mm-hmm.
independent wrestling needs to support independent wrestling. There's no need to bring up beef with different companies when we're all trying to do the same thing in independent wrestling, and that's just succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I mean, that's why I said a strong pool of independent wrestling in an area can only be a good thing. It can't hurt. Absolutely can't hurt. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting to that time. Getting to that time where we need to put episode number 8 to bed, put it in the books. And next week on the show, we'll have a very large man, Grey Wolf, Raven Thorn, will be on the show. Hopefully I'll be joined by Nick once again, so we can have a 2-week...
I will absolutely be here. It's Fastlane night. I will be off, and I will be ready to go.
2-week winning streak.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, help control the nitwit population and have your friends spayed or neutered. I'd like to thank Nick, my co-host, for being on the show, and the co-owner of PWS, Eric Pleska, for being on the show. Next week, again, Grey Wolf Raventhorn will be here. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your weekend.